They say chopper with the ones and twos. How you do? Back on YouTube, man. Let's set the record straight. Latto just made the worst mistake of her life. Latto's pregnant. She dropping an album in May, and everybody having backlash for it. Let's get into it.
The mystery was solved ages ago. What do you mean you screenshotting the pregnancy video trying to match the hand tattoos?
On February 3rd, 2000,
I ain't gonna lie.
the rapper 21 Savage was...
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that hand tattoo, I figured that out. I figured that out yesterday. Me and my wife was figuring it out yesterday. That was like, yeah, that was him. Holding that baby.
By ICE during Super Bowl weekend in Atlanta. We found out at this time that 21 Savage really was a UK citizen who entered the U.S. legally in 2005, but overstayed his visa.
Damn.
This led to a possible deportation case, and he was released from custody about 9 days later on February 12, 2019. This case continued in immigration court for years. And this brings us to this situation with the alleged wife that he has by the name of Kiana Joseph.
Damn.
Now, around this time, he allegedly married this lady, which he has 2 children with. She's been, for the most part, behind the scenes, never really seen out in the public. But then around 2020, there was a new speculation.
Cheated on the chocolate girl. Crazy.
This relationship with the rapper Latto. By 2025, they confirmed their relationship publicly. We really don't know what happened with Kiana Joseph. There's a speculation about a marriage that could have happened on 2023, with some reports suggesting that this actually happened, but we don't know. But here is what happened just yesterday.
I don't even know what to say, y'all. Thank y'all for all the congratulations. Business and Personal out now. Big Mama, the album, May 29th. I'm Big Mama, for real. Big Mama, 1 kid.
Latto has confirmed that she is pregnant. And of course, people started to give their responses.
There's no way I'm letting a married man impregnate me. Period, point blank. I'm not even sneaking around with him. I'm sorry, but the whole thing about like how they hide their relationship, I would never do that specifically because he's married. It would be one thing if he wasn't married and y'all just wanted people out of y'all business, but he's married. And I don't want to hear, oh, he got married for a green card. Okay, he got it. Get a divorce. Get a divorce.
This lady talks about this alleged divorce, right? And it got so bad that Le'Veon Bell, the former NFL player, put this comment out there. Latto just announced she's pregnant by a married man with 3 kids and made it a part of her album rollout. And that's who today's women look up to. We're doomed. Woo! And more people will continue.
Congratulations to the happy couple, 21 Savage and Latto. Yes, they finally announced what we all already knew. But I'm just wondering, what the happened to the wife? What happened to Kiana Johnson? Did they divorce? Like, I'm so confused. Y'all don't remember he has a whole ass other wife? And 3 kids with her? And he's from the UK and he married her for like citizenship, but then they had 3 kids and he hid her all this time. It was like she's been in the shadows, and then when Latto got in the picture, she finally came out of the shadows and she kind of like spoke out a little bit, and they were married, but then like now they're not married. What happened to her and the kids? Like, Latto, why do women get with these men? God, you had a baby with him? Why?
Because we want a nut off. I ain't a squirrel, but I can get a nut off and a thing or two, you know what I'm saying? But I can't do that.
Of all of them, of all the rappers, I just want to know what happened to the wife. Like, did they get a divorce?
Let's get back to Latto. Latto is 27 years old.
27?
Savage is 33. He has 3 kids by at least 2 different women.
Damn.
And Latto, who is 27, doesn't have kids. Now, Latto is what you would consider
I thought she was at least 30 or something.
She is light-skinned. She is popping. You would think that she would have a whole lot of suitors. But this is the issue.
Big Mama, 1 kid. Did all that talk to be a statistic? Here's my thing. You was untouched. untouchable. You wasn't ran through. You bragged about all of this stuff just to end up being the baby mama to a rapper who may or may not still be married and got 3 kids already. That's a L. It's just like I told y'all before. A woman's pretty privilege, most of the time, she never uses it to her full advantage the way a man who is at the top 1% of men use their privilege. A top 1% man is always going to go for the best of the best women that he possibly can get, but not 1% women, not women who are like a Latto where she's racially ambiguous and she appeals to all different types of men and she could have possibly had whatever she wanted and she still chose to be the baby mama of a man who already got 3 kids.
Got him! That's a lot to unpack, but it's true. Number one, most of you guys hear this all the time when it comes to certain women in the black community. At first, they're perfect. You know, they don't make those mistakes. They're not like other chicks. And then they make a decision with a man who already has a questionable past. Number one, the man may or may not be married. Many people believe that he is married to Kiana Joseph. He is 33 with 3 kids by at least 2 different women. There could be unconfirmed kids out there and we don't know. But number one, Latto doesn't have any children. Like, she's still young enough to make a decision not to be a baby mama. But instead of using her beauty to get a man that's top notch, she doesn't want to do that. She wants to use her attributes to get, you know, a guy like 21 Savage who may not be the best dude to be in a relationship with. In comparisons to men, this is a very, very good point. When men have social status, they typically don't, for the most part, go to the bottom of the barrel when it comes to women, especially if these men are like high profile celebrities. I mean, if you look at somebody like Michael B. Jordan or even some of the NBA players, of course, they'll have like some IG models, but for the most part, you know, the woman that they're dealing with is going to be, you know, very, very good looking. Very rarely will she have kids. You know, every now and then it may happen, but typically it doesn't happen. In the case of PJ Washington, yes, but most dudes are not wifing up baby mamas. They'll be the first guy to give the lady kids. That's typically what happens. And if you go into your non-athletic sector, let's say your professional men, especially professional black men who are in business, engineering, medicine, health science, finance, any of your core breadbasket money makers, you're going to find out the very same thing. Those men are gonna typically, if they settle down with somebody, that woman is most likely not gonna be a baby mama. That woman is not gonna have a whole lot of problems. She's gonna be the cream of the crop. And the reason why that is because number one,
imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI.
Latto was born looking like that. Now, this may be for some of you dudes out there who don't think that she's beautiful or, you know, think that she isn't a catch. But for a lot of people, they would figure that Latto is pretty. She was born like that. She didn't have a choice to be light-skinned or to be thick or to be pretty. She didn't have to work for her looks, guys. I mean, that's just what it is. Women who are beautiful, God gave them the beauty. When you're a man and you're successful, nobody gave you that. You had to work for it. And a lot of times, you know, especially even if you look at sports, athletics, guys who are just insanely fast or can jump high, typically those guys may not develop as the best players. Very rarely do you get a guy like Michael Jordan who can jump high and, you know, work on things that make him a better player, like Michael Jordan eventually did. A lot of people remember Harold Miner. Was a great athlete. Granted, he was hurt, but you know, he didn't work on those things, outside jumper, things like that, the things that would make you do very well in the NBA. And this is the difference between people who have to work for stuff versus people that have it. When you're beautiful, you don't care. You just go with what you feel like. And then what you think is, well, because I'm Latto, I can overcome it. Whereas a man, he understands if he doesn't make the right decisions every day, if he doesn't work hard every day, if he doesn't put it on the line every day, there is no second chance. Whereas a woman like Lotto may feel in today's generation that if I'm a baby mom and if it doesn't work out, it's okay. I still have the baby. And the baby doesn't make me less of a romantic candidate than not having a kid. That's what a lot of women think. And if you talk to a lot of women, especially in the black community, and this was the case when I was coming up, nobody thought, especially black women, that them having kids made them less of a candidate for love. I mean, you can go and look at Kendra G's show and you see it all the time, that those women believe that they are worthy of a man that makes a lot of money. They're just as competitive as a woman who has no kids. That's what they tell themselves. The second part about this is that the singers of today are not like the singers of before because the lack of role models are just not there anymore. That's another point that I've been hearing, and that can be debatable because a lot of these singers, especially like rappers like Latto, you know, I don't know what culture they come up from or whatever. The thing is, being a baby mama in today's world isn't like the end of the world like it used to be. I mean, if we even just look at the 90s when we were coming up, almost all of our sports stars that we love were already married. Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, almost all that 92 USA Dream Team was married. Your best quarterbacks, Joe Montana's married, later Steve Young's married, Jerry Rice is married, Clyde Drexler in the NBA is married. Everybody was married in the 90s. And in today's world, everybody's doing whatever they want to do. Also, women are not really demanding very much from men, and a lot of women.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store.
No.
Can't really demand a lot from men.
Damn.
Let me clean up what I'm saying. Yes, you do have women out there who can demand a lot from men if they are worthy. But the reality is somebody like Latto with somebody like 21 Savage, it's not like if he were to lose her that he couldn't replace her. But she may feel that if she loses him, he's hard to replace. So she may feel that to have some leverage in the relationship, she needs to have a kid. And one of the reasons why Latto is having that problem is simply because of how Latto presents herself. Latto presents herself like every other chick on Instagram. Literally, there is nothing about her that makes her stand out. It's not like Latto was a rapper who has a persona of somebody like a Jill Scott. She has a persona of somebody like an Angie Stone, or she stands out like somebody like Erykah Badu. Stop the show. That's a bad example because Erykah Badu got hella kids.
Woo!
But there is nothing about Latto that makes her different. And that's part of the issues. There's so many women out there who look and act the same that men can say, well, I don't even want to deal with that chick seriously because she's like everybody else. And this is something that even 21 Savage said. He said it himself, that a lot of men are not making love music to women anymore because all women are, well, you know what, 304s. And when you're beautiful like Latto, you're not really using your beauty as a crutch because you downplay it by doing everything else that everybody else is doing. Now you have a baby and a baby daddy. It's just like the rest of the statistics. And women just really don't care what men think. They figure out, like in their mind, it's not a bad thing to be like how they are because, hey, somebody will deal with them. And probably for a few years, that may be the case until it's no longer the case. There comes a time where those looks fade away. And the only thing that happens over time is, what do you bring to the table as a man or a woman? And that is, are you feminine for the right kind of man? Are you a woman that brings something to the relationship? Do you have a lot of problems? Have you dealt with dudes before who may leave you messed up? Are you a person that can fit into my life? And we're talking about, these are the questions that high value men will ask. And in the case of Latto, in the next 10 years, she won't even be considered in that conversation because of the mistakes that she's making right now. Because again,
Hello. Uh-huh.
I'm coming to the house. Where you in the bathroom?
I'm sitting in the living room.
I was about to ask you to do something, but I'll do it because you might keep hearing my food. It's okay.
All right.
I'll be there in a few minutes. I'm down the street.
All right.
O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.
Picked a great meme, but
I'm so sorry, guys. It was making a phone call and stuff like that. Listen, man. At the end of the day, us people, we don't care what you do. Listen, man. They both rich. They both rich rappers. They can do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? We don't care about this situation that's going on. You know what I'm saying, man? World War Three is listen, man. We already in World War Three. Gas prices going up high, and Donald Trump is out here just ruining the country. At the end of the day, so this is just another celebrity who's the baby father and who is really the good mom and dad situation. Blah blah blah, side chick. Who's the side chick of the baby types? You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. Chopper with the ones and twos. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm out.